Rodeo?
Rodeo.
Mac. Hey, welcome back to the channel. It is time for the Verzameljaarbeurs in Utrecht. Imagine a giant flea market with enormous industrial halls full of everything from old records to license plates to vintage cars and memorabilia to old design furniture and vintage electronics. This show has something for everybody. Now historically, I've always been able to find some good stuff at the Verzameljaarbeurs. It doesn't mean that I don't love our specialized vintage toy shows, you know, the ones we normally go to, but everybody who goes there is an expert and everybody who sells there is an expert. So if you want to find a hidden gem for a surprisingly low price, then these kind of more generic flea markets are definitely something to try out. Because at previous editions I've been able to find some pretty cool stuff like this G1 Sandstorm, just in between like design lamps and stuff, or this Power Masters Joyride, one I always wanted, or this Transformers Panini sticker album with all the stickers included. Look at that. It's a very patient kid. I definitely wasn't. Will this edition have similar hidden gems? Stick around to find out. And of course I run into all the usual suspects, all the toy dealer friends. Retro Yuri was there, Tije Kuipers, the man behind Toy Zone. And he wasn't just there to sell toys, he was there to promote the big Toy Zone coming up this summer, 25th of May in Haarlem, the Netherlands. 2,000 square meters of vintage toys. I will be there, Ed from the Retro Geek Out will be there, and just tables upon tables upon tables full of vintage toys. Mark your calendars, 25th of May. We're off to a great start. There's loads of bins to dig through. There's loads of surprising things, like one seller had these Captain Flam, Captain Future toys by Bandai Poppy. Really fragile, rare stuff. But he also had these carded New Adventures of He-Man figures. I sent some pictures to Wesley, Toybuster, and he told me to pick this one up for him, because apparently this is not just one that's nostalgic for us, because I remember Wesley having this, but it also turns out to be a European exclusive and quite sought after. Now this dealer had it for only 85 euros, so this is probably the find of the show. Look at that. That is a lovely piece of 1991 He-Man history going straight into Toy Buster's collection. Go check out Toy Buster on Instagram. Now the show is going well, and there's definitely some cool items here, but I haven't found that one item yet, that thing that just sort of hits this sort of nostalgic nerve with you, and that it's the right condition for the right price, and you get this feeling of you can't leave it behind. That was until it's an original 1986 mint in box MicroMachines Travel City car wash. Look at that. Now this seller had two of these hidden away between the other toys. One was really sun faded and another one that was slightly nicer and unpunched like this one. I mean, it was definitely opened before, but that's kind of good with these MicroMachines sets because you kind of want to inspect the insides because you don't always get the car that is advertised. They were different sometimes. So I was keen to check out the insides, and then I found out that not only was this complete and not only did it have the right car with it, it also had an unapplied sticker sheet on the inside. Now he had it for $35, we got the price down to $30. Right item, right condition, right price. Now these have a lot of nostalgic value for me because these Travel City blocks were a few of the toys that my brother and I had in common. He had two of them and I had two of them, and we would put them together into a city. But the car wash one was always one that stood out to me in the old commercials because it has this cool working car wash mechanic. So I'm really glad that I got to pick this one up 30 years later.
Man the gun turret at the army base, clean your car at the car wash, raise the toll bridge, and these playsets fit together to form a Micro Machine world. Micro Machine pocket playsets, so tremendously tiny, so perfectly precise, so dazzlingly detailed, you'll want to pocket them all.
I mean, by now I've applied all the stickers. You can always keep it mint in mind. But this is great, now I've got a place to display all my supercars of the 80s as MicroMachines. That's what I'm talking about. Now we're scratching that nostalgic itch. We're here with Retro Yuri.
Again.
Yeah, again. I keep running into you. Like we're destined to do this. Hey, you have one of those transformers that you see all the time here in Europe, but it's not super popular, but kind of scratches my itch. It's a pretender. It's a junior pretender.
Yeah, it's like in the beginning the pretenders were not so loved, but when everybody has a complete G1 like 85, 86, then they could move for like a few generations.
Then they get into stuff like this.
Yeah, it's an amazing sculpt.
Look at that. I am the walrus, cuckoo cuckoo. I remember like seeing this on vacation in France as a kid, and I thought, what are they doing to Transformers? This is not He-Man, what are they doing? And then I, of course, got Octopunch and a few of the others, and then I really liked it. So,
Yeah. Gold card decks also.
yeah, awesome time Transformers, man. So, what's your price?
100. It's spicy, but not too spicy.
It's cheap for America, but European price.
I'll make a good bro deal for you.
Bro deal?
Bro deal.
80?
Well, 80.
Done. Boom, there he is. It's the Walrus. It's the 1988 Transformers Junior Pretenders Autobot Longtooth. Now, I don't know exactly why I put off getting Longtooth for so long. Maybe because the Decepticon Pretenders were such bangers, with Bludgeon, of course, and my childhood favorite, Octopunch, was just great. And the Autobot Pretenders were just a little bland by comparison, but out of those Autobots, I think Longtooth is definitely the best one. Now, I know Pretenders aren't the most popular Transformers, but I've got a warm fuzzy spot for Longtooth, because I remember going on vacation as a kid in France, and there was this toy store that had these Junior Pretenders, and they were just out on the stone steps in front of the toy store. And I was so confused, because I was like, they look like Thundercats or He-Man. What are they doing to Transformers? But of course, now I'm all nostalgic for it. Now this one comes in a great condition, and Yuri hooked me up with a really good bro price. Thanks, dude. And now was the time to pull the trigger and get Longtooth. Now, of course, Pretenders hide the robot inside, so Longtooth splits open to reveal a little robot on the inside. There he is, this generic little robot man, but he looks kinda good. Longtooth's inner robot has a vehicle mode that's just surprisingly, it's kind of like an amphibious car, I guess. But the entire back half is an accessory, so meh. Definitely not as cool as Octopunch, his inner robot alt mode. I mean, look at that. That's just like an all-time favorite of mine. But however sort of uninspired the inner robot for Longtooth is fully compensated for by the amazing outer shell. Who are you gonna call?
Ghostbusters!
And after a final walk around the convention floor, I think it's time to go home. I was only gonna do a quick toy hunt and I've already been here the entire morning. It's safe to say that the Verzameljaarbeurs in Utrecht was a success. Surprising items and good prices. I will definitely be coming back for the next one. So in the end, I think I only picked up about 3 items, but they're 3 really good ones. I'm really happy with how concentrated my effort was. I picked up these New Adventures of He-Man Brock figure on card for Toybuster. I finally got the MicroMachines Travel City car wash that I always wanted as a kid. And I picked up I Am the Walrus Cuckoo Cuckoo, its long tooth. I think altogether, I am pretty happy with that. That's not bad for Saturday morning. It's like I said, a little bit of everything and some hidden gems. And that was it for this episode of Toy Hunting. My name is Vince, you know the deal. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time as we continue our hunt for the nostalgic plastic. As always, keep it mint in mind.